Now, there is probably few people who follow the Alabama softball program more in depth than Tuscaloosa News executive sports editor Tommy Deas. He joins us now live on the phone. And Tommy, based on what you've been able to gather, what happened between Thursday night and Sunday afternoon that led to this drastic change of heart?
I think it's a classic case of buyer's remorse. If you followed Patrick Murphy's press conference when he stepped on the podium at LSU, I believe the first words out of his mouth were, "I can't believe I'm standing right here." And a lot of other people couldn't believe it either after investing 13 years as head coach and building Alabama from a practically brand new program to a national contender, taking on the World Series 7 times since 2000, and third place finish this year. And look at the facilities and everything else. It's all stuff that Patrick Murphy has built in his time in Alabama. And I think that began to sink in. I think he probably made an emotional and hasty decision. LSU really put the hard full court press and wooed him. He felt very appreciated and felt very supported. But when he sat down and woke up the next day or the day after, he had to be thinking, what have I done?
Tommy, LSU, like you said, put the full court press on, offered to pay $225,000 annually, as you reported. Alabama offered to match that. Was this all about the money, though?
No, I don't think it was. I think it was more about feeling appreciated and supported. And I think he probably, coming off of a disappointing finish at the very end of the World Series, although they did finish third nationally, I think when all the dust had settled, he was probably approached by LSU at the exact right time for LSU to at least get his attention, to make him feel that wanted, make him feel, that he was, as Yvette Gerard, the former LSU coach, put it, a superstar in the sport of softball. And they made him feel like that. But in the end, I think he had to look at what he had built and what he had left behind, and obviously said, how can I leave that behind?
Quickly, Tommy, Pat Murphy, the face of Alabama softball. Like you said, he built the program from the ground up. Do you think Alabama fans will welcome him back?
I do, but I do think, I agree with Patrick. He's got some fences to mend. He's got some explaining to do, and I think he'll do that. And I think the product on the field is what ultimately will win people back over, because I do think he's one of the best coaches in the nation, and I think his record reflects that.
Tommy Deas, the executive sports editor of the Tuscaloosa News. Tommy, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
Glad to do it.
And don't forget, for more on this story, you can pick up tomorrow's edition of the Tuscaloosa News.